Welcome to episode 11 of Cool Facts. Today we're going to be doing about the Titanic. The Titanic was carrying 5,986 tons of coal to New York. Chief Baker Charles Georgian had an amazing escape. He was standing on the stern when it slowly sank into the water, and he was able to step in the water without even getting his hair wet. He survived in the freezing water for 2 hours. He was not able to climb onto the upturned collapsible lifeboat B, but eventually survivors managed to pull him into lifeboat 12. Tins of biscuits and water were stowed away in the lifeboats, but the survivors did not know they were there, and most of them did not discover them. There were at least 9 dogs on board, as well as 2 roosters and 2 hens. 2 of the dogs survived. You can smell icebergs before you see them. The minerals in the ice give off a distinctive smell as the icebergs drift southwards and melt. There were only 2 bathtubs for more than 700 third-class passengers. The Harland and Wolff shipyard employed over 15,000 workmen to build the Olympic and the Titanic. They worked 5.5 days a week, apart from Christmas and Easter, and only a week's holiday a year. The cheapest third-class fare on the Titanic was £7.15, £7.75, including meals. A second-class ticket cost £13, while a first-class ticket was £86. The most expensive tickets of all were for the promenade suites on B deck and cost £870. The Titanic was transporting goods across the Atlantic. 12 cases of ostrich plumes were among the cargo. Doctors wanted to amputate Richard Norris Williams' legs when he was rescued from the Titanic, but he refused to allow it. He recovered fully and went on to win tennis tournaments. He was an Olympic gold medalist in 1924. A daily newspaper called the Atlantic Daily Bulletin was produced on the Titanic. There was a small hole in the bottom of each lifeboat to ensure that water did not collect in the boat while it was on deck. Lifeboat 5 had reached the water before its hole was blocked. Steam from the Titanic's boilers powered the electric generator, and about 200 miles of electric cable connected it to the light's machinery and heating systems. Energies in the boiling room succeeded in keeping the lights working on the Titanic until 2 minutes before it sank. There was a 50-phone switchboard on the Titanic. The crew were able to talk to each other, and some of the first-class rooms had phones, but it was not possible to speak to people on land. The original plans allowed room for 64 lifeboats. However, the owners and builders of the Titanic reduced the number to 16 in order to provide more space for passengers on the boat deck. They added 4 lifeboats with collapsible sides. Join us next week for the top 5 facts.